Fuck around, make my 40 pop.
I recently made a video about how Sarada getting her Byakugo seal is most likely going to be an inevitable occurrence, but I definitely did want to talk about her potentially getting a Rinnegan. Now, the Rinnegan is going to be a little bit more tricky, but I do have 5 different ways that Sarada could potentially get a Rinnegan. Now, I think the first one is probably going to be the most popular way and possibly the most realistic way. The first way is going to be transplantation. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys know we've seen this a lot in the Naruto series. We've seen Madara transplant eyes, we've seen Kakashi get his eye completely ripped out, we've seen Obito swap out eyes like it was Jordan's to keep his Mangekyo Sharingan from going blonde, a bunch of things like that. But in this particular situation, one of the things that Sarada would have to do is, of course, find someone who has a Rinnegan, and that right there in Boruto hasn't necessarily been that scarce because there were multiple people in the actual series that actually had Rinnegans. One of the most famous examples of this is Momoshiki Otsutsuki. Also, Isshiki Otsutsuki had a Rinnegan. One of the more interesting things about Isshiki was he presented an actual Otsutsuki member that wasn't necessarily groundbreaking. I'm not saying that Sarada will be able to beat Isshiki Otsutsuki by any stretch of the imagination right now, but hypothetically in the future, if she gets stronger, Sarada plus Boruto, Kawaki, and Mitsuki will probably easily be able to take down an Isshiki Otsutsuki level threat. And one of the things that we do already know is that there are probably going to be other Otsutsuki members that come to this dimension in the future of Boruto, possibly after the time skip. We've seen 2 missing Otsutsuki members already being portrayed by stones that was actually in an Otsutsuki dimension. And not only that, Tsunade Otsutsuki also hinted towards Otsutsuki members pulling up to this dimension in the future as well. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't necessarily bring this up. One of the most popular theories about how Sarada could potentially get the Rinnegan was, of course, she'd eventually take Sasuke's Rinnegan, hypothetically if Sasuke were to unfortunately die. But it turns out that right there is probably not going to be the case, mainly because Sasuke got his Rinnegan completely destroyed. Now, the second way that I could see Sarada actually getting a Rinnegan, it would probably be through scientific technology. One of the things that we do understand right now in the age of Boruto is that synthetic dojutsus are immensely strong, and to be frank, in a lot of cases they're actually stronger than actual real dojutsus. One of the founders behind the synthetic dojutsus happens to be Orochimaru. Orochimaru actually made a synthetic Mangekyo Sharingan that was actually really powerful. Some random character named Shin Uchiha out of nowhere plus his clones were actually going head to head with literally Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. Of course, he lost easily, by the way, but his synthetic Mangekyo Sharingan was absolutely insane. It had all the abilities of a regular Sharingan plus unique Mangekyo Sharingan abilities. It had Kamui, it had telekinesis, it had a bunch of things that was absolutely insane. Hypothetically, if Sarada, let's say, trains with Orochimaru over the time skip, which a lot of people have already hypothesized, Orochimaru, and probably not even that, Orochimaru might actually just be working on a synthetic Rinnegan for the Hidden Leaf Village. One of the things that we do understand right now is that Orochimaru seems to be a good guy, and if that is genuinely the case, maybe if they ask Orochimaru nicely, he may oblige to actually build a synthetic Rinnegan. And not only that, this Rinnegan might be like 10 times better because we have the scientist Amato. All due respect to Orochimaru, but Amato might even be a better scientist in regards to synthetic dojutsu. So if hypothetically Sarada does decide to go this route, that Rinnegan may actually be stronger than Sasuke's old Rinnegan, which is absolutely insane. The third way that Sarada would actually get a Rinnegan, and this right here will kind of be a very, very small chance, is if Sarada would naturally unlock the Rinnegan. One of the things that we do understand is that to actually get a Rinnegan, you need an influx of Uchiha plus Senju chakra, essentially Sage of Six Paths chakra. Now, in this particular situation, we do understand that Sasuke had Sage of Six Paths chakra. Now, it's been heavily debated if Sasuke still has the Sage of Six Paths power. One of the things that a lot of people do point to is the fact that Sasuke still has the Rinnegan. So because Sasuke still has the Rinnegan, he most likely already still had Sage of Six Paths chakra, and because he is the father of Sarada, that Sage of Six Paths power would possibly also naturally get passed down to Sarada. Now, hypothetically, if that is the case, it would probably mean that Sarada is able to actually unlock the Rinnegan through natural means. Now, because it's probably not necessarily like as potent as a Sage of Six Paths chakra that Sasuke had, also used pumped with a bunch of Hashirama cells by Kabuto, I would doubt that this Rinnegan would be a Tomoed Rinnegan. It would probably be a regular Rinnegan, the Rinnegan that Pain, Madara, etc. those characters had. Now, the fourth way, we're still sticking to the Sage of Six Paths chakra possibility. One of the things that Sarada could actually do is get some Hashirama cell. Now, this right here is also very much debated, mainly because a lot of people believe that it's not just as simple as getting Senju chakra. By the way, if you guys don't necessarily know, Hashirama is from the Senju clan. Hypothetically, if Sarada gets some Hashirama cells, she would now have Uchiha chakra plus Senju chakra, which would then make Sage of Six Paths chakra, which would then give her the ability to unlock a Rinnegan. The reason, however, why this right here would be a little bit controversial is because a lot of people say it's not necessarily just to send you chakra. You actually do need to get chakra. You have to have chakra from the two reincarnates of Indra and Ashura. And again, it's still very heavily debated if Sasuke is still like the quote-unquote reincarnate of Indra and Hashirama is still the reincarnate of Ashura. And even past that, we don't even fully know if you actually need the chakra from both the reincarnations at that exact same time. So hypothetically, let's go out on a limb and say Sasuke is still the reincarnation of Indra. You'd also still have to assume that Naruto is still the reincarnate of Ashura and also obtain some of Naruto's chakra. That right there is just a lot of assumptions that I personally won't necessarily bank on. I don't know. I think that this right here is still a possibility, but I think it's a very, very slim possibility. Now, the last possibility has to be the slimmest of all possibilities. And of course, we have to throw this in here. A couple of reasons. One, of course, 5 is a much better number than 4. And also because this right here is still possible, technically. It's also possible for in the future something arises where Hagoromo awakens again. We understand that Hagoromo is not completely done. Hypothetically, if he arises again and gives Sarada some of his chakra, she'd eventually unlock the Rinnegan. Now again, this right here again is a very slim chance. I doubt that this would ever happen. I think the most likely situation would probably be her taking an Otsutsuki member's Rinnegan or her getting a synthetic Rinnegan. Those are the two most likely possibilities. But again, hypothetically, if something happens in the future where Hagoromo sees that, hey, the world's about to end, the dimension's about to go kaput, which is a very good possibility, mainly because Isshiki Otsutsuki is probably not necessarily going to be the strongest villain that we do see in the whole entire series. And hypothetically, if we do see stronger enemies, it might prompt Hagoromo to act. As I said, I don't necessarily think that this right is probably going to happen, but I definitely do want to know what you guys think about these possibilities in the comment section below. And let me know what you guys think. I mean, which one do you guys think is probably going to be the most realistic possibility? And also, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that she's even going to get a Rinnegan? Or do you guys think that she even needs a Rinnegan? Because I think a lot of people even debate that as well. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. It's been your boy Baara, and we out.
It's a knife.